Sam and Brownie.
The podcast.
Good morning, Melbourne. How do you do? How do you do, Jonathan? and
Christine, I'm good. I tell you what, it was a tough pickup yesterday.
Why?
I had to pick up Bam Bam from school, and I didn't realise the machinations behind the scenes. There's been a lot going on, Swanee, because this has been a long-running saga where myself and Dean Thomas promised him that he would be going down the hill in a billy cart that looks like a cheesel box.
Yeah.
And then we looked at the T's and C's closely, and it says you have to be over the age of 18.
Mm-hmm.
So in the ensuing time that we promised we bring Jack in here because the cheesel box is downstairs.
I've got to go and visit it.
The billy cart's ready to go.
It has 4 massive chrome exhausts.
Wow, that's awesome.
Awesome. In the meantime, Kyle's had been telling him that because Jack has been protesting, he doesn't want to go to school. In the meantime, Kyle's has been saying, don't worry, as a reward, Dad's going to bring you in on Thursday and you're going to see the billy cart. So
All fixed.
as soon as he got in the car, he goes, right, what time are we meeting Deano? And I said, mate, Deano can't make it. And he's grabbed the bag with great force. He nearly put it through the windscreen. The side window. Mate, he went right off. He was not happy at all.
But did he get to see the...
No, he did not. So still no cheesel box.
That's a your fault.
Yeah,
mate.
yeah.
Well, that's a Kylie fault.
That's a Kylie fault.
Who you love.
Mate, I'll tell you what, he had the sads.
We got a week to do this, though, still.
Mate, I offered him everything. On the way home, lolly shop,
Macca's?
ice cream.
Macca's?
Mate, nothing had worked.
Oh,
He shut
come on.
down. He gave me the silent treatment all the way home. Little prick. Yeah. So it's fair to say we're under a bit of pressure.
Yeah, mate.
We're hard-ridden at the 1,000 at the moment. Me and Deano, we need to come up with some sort of solution the next few days.
You've really, can I tell you've really flubbed this.
Oh,
guys.
yeah, we've
absolutely
cocked this up.
sprung this poor child along.
Broken the kid's heart.
Yeah, and then continue to do it on a weekly basis. Make a decision and deliver on
I
it.
know.
Yeah, man. Next week.
Next week we're going to...
Next week.
Just don't name a day.
Oh, good
There's
Lord.
genuine distress in this kid's life.
He'll be
mate.
fine.
Chrissie, Sam and Brownie.
It's time to stop putting off your trips and start celebrating summer with an amazing getaway.
Whatif.com has all kinds of accommodation options all around Oz.
Check him out on the What If app.
What if it's Aussie for travel?
Later on, we're going to play you guys some ARIAs audio from last night. Dear God. What a
mess,
rest.
wasn't it?
Mate, next lev. What if if you're booking a holiday, it's Aussie for travel job?
I heard it was the dog's breakfast.
Oh,
I'll tell you what, I was struck when I walked into the office this morning by the shock of blonde hair from Jackie Charles.
Looks good.
I talked about it on the early show.
Of course we have. Jack gave out his Instagram for people to have a look at.
Cool. Platinum
Jackie!
blonde.
It looks
Is
great.
that what his class does? Platinum blonde?
Yep.
Yeah, I think you can say that. Yeah, like a bleach blonde. It's quite a light blonde. That was the brief.
Yeah, absolutely. That looks cool
hot.
too.
You look hot.
And I didn't realise, I thought you were still too young to have that growth. But you got good growth, very masculine growth, which offsets the shock of blonde.
Yeah.
Bit of Jason Ackermanis about you.
It's a combination of the blonde with the growth.
Yeah.
I think he's going to pick up tonight at the Christmas party.
I reckon
Oh, wow.
so too. I'm going to say, though, probably no more references to Jason Ackermanis. I think out of all of the people with platinum blonde hair, that's
Christine.
I'm just
Brownlow
saying,
medalist.
Hollywood, am I right? That's the least.
I mean, look, yeah, it's not someone I'm trying to look like.
Yeah.
Ah, no, Acker's a legend of our game.
Acker did handstands. All right.
Good on the golf course too. Strong golf.
He looks amazing. You can see it on our...
But on the footy thing, so I love it, and it takes me back to New Orleans. I'll whip through this quickly. New Orleans footy trip, Swanee, 2003.
Yeah.
The height of the Brisbane Lions. Flying, we just won our third flag, celebrating
times.
hard, great times, a lot of shenanigans over there. New Orleans, a fun city. Me and my best mate, Timmy Notting, thought we had a massive night the first night in New Orleans, thought it'd be a great idea to go and get our haircuts, turn up to the local barber shop. So I rolled into the old fella. He would have been 75 years young, this barber.
I see an Eddie Murphy scene.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was exactly like that.
Okay, great.
So 75 years old. He was very quiet. He was just finishing off a policeman. And then once he had the policeman done, then he said, boys, what would you like? So I said, I would love a mohawk shaved on the sides, like fully bald on the sides, and then a massive mower, because my hair was pretty long at that stage.
And this is after...
like a punk rocker.
This is after he finished off the policeman.
Yeah,
the
he
policeman was
finished
satisfied. Yep.
Very satisfied.
Continue. Sorry.
He put his baton away.
Who paid who?
and then Timmy Notting, he requested a platinum blonde mohawk.
Hot.
And so I thought, this is fun. So I'm gonna be like a punk rocker.
Yeah.
And Timmy's gonna have a platinum blonde mohawk. Not fully bald on the sides. He's just gonna have the number ones on the sides, but then a blonde. So everything was going well. He had Timmy in the chair, ready to go for the blonde hair. Now I'm thinking, how's this going to work? A 75-year-old barber, this wouldn't be his typical order.
No.
For a platinum blonde mohawk.
No.
He goes, don't worry, boys, I've got it. He pulls the peroxide bottle, it's in a box, pulls it out of the cupboard. And he goes, oh, it's not a good sign. I bought this 5 years ago. And then continued on, pulled out the instructions, said, hang on a minute, young man.
Pulled out the instructions.
I'm going to have a read of the instructions.
Oh, no. Did he burn his hair off?
No, he got it done.
Wow.
He got it done. It was a great effort.
Jackie said he could feel his scalp sizzling.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
freaky.
you have to put foils on, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember Timmy sitting up in the chair with the foils on, and then he passed out because we'd had the massive night the
Yeah,
night
of
before.
course. Of course, then he passed out.
It was
Of course
great.
he did.
The end.
So
end.
we paid him $100 cash each. It was like this guy's eyes lit up. He'd never seen so much money in all his life. The
Because he
copper
was
was
still
definitely
drunk.
still drunk.
Yeah.
The copper definitely wasn't paying him that much. We came back in the afternoon. We went back past the shop, and he had the sign up saying, "Finished up for the day. I'll be back tomorrow."
Chrissie, Sam, and Brownie.
The podcast.
Well, good morning, Melbourne. And look who's here.
Oh, yes.
Finished his TV
Pump it up.
commitments last night.
Finished for the year,
How
John.
you feeling?
I feel great.
It's
but
nice
it
when
was,
things start winding down.
we had a cricket version of Front Bar last night. So it was, a subject matter that's comfortable to me.
Oh, yes.
Well, not that I've watched it.
Who was the special guest?
Matthew Hayden was in studio at Australian Cricketing Great. Mm-hmm. And then Curtly Ambrose from, on the screen.
What a
which
presence, though.
Well, I was reminded because Brownie and I did, remember we interviewed him when he came out here for Dancing with the Stars, and then we requested more time with him, and then we got another half hour, so John and I could just gaze into his eyes and lose ourselves, really. That's but
It's very warm with his time. Did you tell him to take his sweatbands off before the interview?
Famously, Swanee, do you know that? Do you know that Dean Jones, the late Dean Jones, asked Curtly Ambrose during a game to take off his sweatbands, and
How'd that go down?
not well.
No,
Not well.
No.
And
For the Australian cricket team, Curly ran straight through him like he had a case of diarrhea.
What reason did he give for the request?
Curtly talked about this last night. He didn't understand why, because he'd always bowled in sweatbands, and then it was revealed, right, because Curtly got a bit angry.
Yeah.
And like Brownie said, didn't end well. And he was at one stage he said, "I was concerned for Mr. Jones's safety." That's what he said. And then, in fact, we found out though that a couple of overs later, Dean Jones actually said to Curtly, "Hey, if you want to put those wristbands back on, you can."
Oh, that's fantastic. I was only joking.
Yeah, I'm just joking, mate. It's all right. Stop bowling bounces.
How did you think I was serious?
This is the Chrissie, Sam and Brownie podcast.
Just little bits and pieces on my desk, Swanee, that I didn't get to in the in tray, and they're going to the out tray.
Yeah, that's it.
Because it's Friday.
Good stuff.
And well, first things first. Follow up to yesterday. Have we covered the fact that the baby boy is a blonde?
Yes,
well, not during my time. So he's the blonde. The haircut's gone well because Jack's got issues. Yesterday he'd been offered obviously a free haircut,
Platinum blonde.
and now he's blonde.
We were encouraging of it.
We were eventually right. It's like you should do it.
We've all weighed in so far.
Yeah.
Except from you. What do you think?
What's the question? What is it?
What is it? Do you like it?
I love it. He's never been more handsome.
I love it
And he's
too.
going to look good at the Nova Christmas party as you going as Eminem. It's official now. Who else could you go? Who else could you possibly?
Like a mixture between Eminem and also the guy from Madonna's Situation that Swanee knows about.
There you go.
Oliver.
Over.
I bought him a costume yesterday, an MTV T-shirt
So it's official.
and an 80s belt.
Jackie will
90s
pick
belt.
up today.
Well, that's if he wants
At
to.
the Nova
Well, that'd
Christmas party?
Yes.
be a fair effort.
I think that's an...
Wouldn't be the first time.
Hey!
picked up Nova Boy 4 years ago. Yeah, that's why Nova Boy means he's got
Generous lover of Nova Boy.
Nova Boy left. He skipped town after that. It didn't end. It didn't end well.
He asked very solemnly if Jack would wear his mobile phone costume. That's how they did it.
During the week, though, Brownie, you were covering the World Cup. You talked about how hard it is to get a beer over there in Qatar. And can we have a listen to that, Deano, especially?
Yeah, here we go.
There's been a lot of controversy about this World Cup in Qatar.
There has.
Especially trying to find a beer. Especially.
You want to have another go?
Especially.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a witch hunt.
Especially.
Joe Pesci.
Especially.
Excuse me.
Are you saying that he doesn't struggle with that word? That was just he misspoke.
Especially.
No,
That's an
you've
easy one.
nailed that.
That's an easy one.
I'm just saying.
Jonathan,
That was the
I
mistake.
want to say I have absolutely nothing to do with this
We do.
witch hunt.
Especially.
Diction witch hunt.
It's a. I was going to say it's a ditch hunt, but it's not. Hey,
I love people that are highbrow that like to correct you.
We'll drop it. We'll drop
come
it.
on
I
now.
thought-
Because what they try and do it as an intelligence level. Especially.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, people sort of take great pleasure in that because then they think, this is an intelligence thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight the fact that you've missed a word to show that I'm more intelligent than you.
We'll
Now,
drop it.
I was going to say, now,
And
John.
usually those sort of people have got small... Sorry.
She said penises. What's wrong with you?
Especially...
Can I listen? I've never accused you of being of me being smarter than you. Never. I would never say that. You've misspoke, right? That's all I'm pointing out. I'm not saying it's an intelligent
You
thing.
don't have to say the words. It's just you're alluding to it.
I am
You're trying-
not.
you're trying to
I'm
push people
pointing
in
out.
that
And I
direction.
just want to.
Banana man.
I want to remind you.
Magnificent.
I want to remind
Fairness,
you.
Hold on.
I had 38 schooners before.
That's true. That's true. I want to remind you that the area below Jonathan Brown's nose and above his chin is not his own.
Exactly.
That is a manufactured word hole that belongs
Exactly.
to someone else, and I think he's doing a wonderful job.
We love
of
John.
working with his
Listen,
new
you both.
Banana man.
What a surprise! You've both taken it away from where I wanted to go. It was nothing about that, right?
Sorry.
There's nothing about that.
Where were you going?
I just wanted to say I heard you misspeak on the way in, but it didn't. I try to be positive. You know, I've been nothing but supportive of you in 7 years, and I also am very supportive of your re-recording of the great Kylie Minogue and Jason Donovan song, Especially for You.
Especially.
That's the Kylie version. You did the Kylie part, and then Jason's as well. Here we go.
Especially.
That was a long run up, but by the way, it didn't need to be that long. It was supposed to be a throwaway, but you went to dark places there for a minute when you started.
we did.
Yeah.
Hey, can we change it?
I was
Subject.
being supportive. I was just trying to help
best
you.
ever version. By the way, the best ever version we did of that, where your one of your words was put into a song, was the great Ariana Grande.
Look what you taught me, and for that I thank
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Now listen, I don't want
Thank
you to
you.
think I'm picking on you. All right, but
I'm not saying.
when Amy Shark was on,
It's late in the week,
just
mate.
want to make
Just
sure
playing along.
just want to make sure you're all right here. But Amy Shark,
He's all right.
Amy Shark was in last week. You know, I'm a big fan.
Yes.
And,
Well, we all are.
We all are. Although, mate, sometimes you got to do some research, especially if you're asking someone if they're going to tour, if they're playing in live. Here we go.
Start with research.
Listen.
Do you want to answer?
Oh, well, just sorry. Are you going to tour?
Well, I just did 60 dates around the country, so I feel like I've
No rest.
really sort of.
Home run, John.
Hey,
Are you going to tour? I'm back from 60 dates.
Slam dunk, brother.
I'm defending myself because out the front of the studio, you said to Shark, "What are you here for?" She said, "Oh, only to release my new song."
Global. Is it?
Sorry.
You clearly hadn't done your research, and I went to the Amy Shark concert.
Well, you should have known she was on tour then.
Mate, it was the start of the year. I didn't realise it was the first concert of
Mate,
a 60-day show.
are you going on tour? I'm just back from 60 dates.
Well, what else is she doing? Don't they tour?
She's doing a television
Mate,
show. Thought she
she's
might
got
be busy.
She's got a new song, mate. You got to tour.
Nah,
you got
well-
to get out there. To the
You know what? You've got form. Because Ella Hooper from Killing Heidi was in, and you went in the same route.
Do you get out and play much anymore?
Oh, yeah, all the time.
Yeah?
All the time.
You still...
I just wrapped a national tour.
Come on.
But I'm going to lift the curtain again. Straight after the interview, Payne goes, I'm glad you asked that, because
Ever wondered what happens in the studio? Check out Chrissie, Sam and Brownie on Instagram. Okay, Dino's pitch. Dino's pitch. What? Dino's pitch.
Oh, yes.
Dino's pitch.
Yeah.
Is this the penultimate Dino's pitch or the last one?
Yeah, but this is another stroll down memory lane because in our 7 years, a lot has happened between Jonathan and Sam. And a lot of people forget that together they have won legitimate silverware.
Yes.
I was there yesterday and I took a moment to see our names on the honour board, Sam, at the Q Golf Club.
For the A.H. Neil Perpetual Trophy.
I did enjoy that you like to point out that it was perpetual. That was my favourite part. That's right. We joined a little club and, things happened. It's a long time ago now.
Yeah.
Q's a wonderful golf club, and Yvonne, if you're listening, regarding my fees next year, if you've got a scholarship program, I'd like to take a look at it and apply.
I saw Yvonne yesterday.
Did you?
Yeah, well,
Striking as you.
she was chasing you for Deano's fees.
She actually was.
But Swanee, they famously won this contest, which, by the way, Tiger Woods' reference. The words "the A.H. Neil Perpetual" have come out of Tiger Woods' mouth.
Mate, we asked him if he felt his career would ever be fully complete without winning one, and he said no. Swanee, you asked him if it was considered the fifth major. What was his reply?
Yes.
No. 4.5. He said.
4.5. That's right. Yes.
But a really important detail when they won this silverware is their competition were very older men.
Yeah.
And ESPN covered this. And I think this will reveal all.
The Doggett brothers.
ESPN Australia and 30 for 30 present A Day in Golfing Folklore. The day the Doggett brothers came to town.
Of all my golfing opponents, the one you want to catch is the Doggett brothers.
Mate, I make no apologies for it. The Doggett brothers needed to be driven out of town.
The Doggett brothers would just ride into town, wreak havoc, pillage, and just leave.
I'm Ken Doggett. I'm 76 years of age, and my brother and I play golf sometimes for exercise.
I'm a devil on the run, a six-gun lover, a gamble in the wind.
No one could drive him out of town.
Mate, what people don't understand is, as soon as we're out on that fairway, it's war.
The fairways are our battlefield.
The doctor has me on fish oil for my bad joints.
'Cause I've lived life to the fullest. It's sport, I like a man.
So what people have to understand is, right, I don't see my opponent as human. I see something that's standing in front of a trophy that needs to be put to sleep.
You must risk the depression of defeat to experience the exhilaration of victory.
Yeah, so if I'm walking too fast, a little sound will come from this nifty little machine. And then I just have to sit down until my heart rate goes down.
I'm a goat in your stable, I'm what Cain was to Abel, Mr. Catch Me if you can.
My gun? My gun is my driver.
Mate, I make no apologies for it. My putter is my six-shooter.
Winners win, and losers get a bullet.
Every day extra on this earth is a blessing.
Off the fairways, I'm happy to shake someone's hand. But on the fairways, I'll snap your wrists.
When I was a boy, the only TV I had was my imagination.
If you're going to come at me, you better hit that ball hard and you better hit it long.
There's no time for hesitation. There's only time to murder that ball.
I try not to be affected by all of the funeral advertising on daytime TV.
Staring down a bullet, let me make my final stand.
Two rabid dogs that had to be put down. The Doggett brothers. barked their last wolf.
Do I want to win? Look, at this point, I'd just take a regular bowel movement.
Absolute genius, Dean.
Deano, wow.
So good.
And
You're the best.
And just set the scene, Sam and myself had to go to the presentation night at the Kew Golf Club.
Had to?
Absolutely. When you got to, someone had to pick up that trophy, Christie.
Unbeknown to us, the CEO, Matty, lovely fella, thought it'd be a great idea to play it to the audience.
Of which the Doggett brothers were in the audience.
This is the Chrissie, Sam and Brownie podcast. Tim Rosso Ross, a legend of radio and a legend now of architecture. You can catch him on the ABC and, of course, you can catch him at the Beaumaris Bowls Club with Man About the House Christmas show on December 3. Tickets at modernistabooks.com. Here's Rosso.
Welcome, Rosso.
Great to be here. I was just listening to you talk about the ARIA Awards, and it's been a while since I've been.
Yeah, I've never been.
Have you never been?
No, I've never been.
Long.
Oh, really?
No.
Well, you had to present an award
at some
stage?
Yeah, I have presented. I actually won one.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm an ARIA Award winner.
That's very impressive.
Yeah.
What about hosting? You really hosted your awards, fair share of awards shows when you're
done a few of those. But the thing I remember particularly about this particular year was one of the first ones I went to, and there were a lot of people going into the disabled toilets.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
why?
And
just the extra room.
There was
the dresses and stuff.
No, the other toilets are busier. And they couldn't get in. They had to wait.
Yeah.
So, disabled toilets, you can always get a spot there.
And there was a particularly well-known singer who was spending a lot of time in the disabled toilets.
Yeah.
Come on.
I won't say who it is.
Dennis Walter.
And, of course, everyone was knocking to get in. And this particularly well-known ARIA Award-winning singer was yelling, just you wait. You know, there's time for everyone. And then open up the door, and then there was a woman in a wheelchair waiting.
Oh, God.
Dear. Anyway, good morning, Delta Goodrum. Not true. Sorry.
Rosso.
No, it's not true.
Beautiful.
What was the last event? What at Logies? You been to Logies?
I haven't been to the Logies for 15 years or something.
That sounded like I've never been to Logies. I haven't been to Logies for 15 years. So before that, you were going regularly.
Yeah, well, a couple of times when I was doing shows on commercial TV. But when you work for do shows for the ABC, you don't get an invite. I don't know. I haven't really thought about it.
They're
don't listen to
very,
anything.
very tight with the invitation.
I don't know. I have stopped thinking about it.
I think you'll be all right about it, though, won't you? You'll be all right with that.
I'm pretty okay with it. Yeah,
I
it makes
so.
me anxious, to be honest.
Does it?
Yeah.
Yeah, understandable.
Because you go from saying, oh, look, there's, someone from play school, to having too many cans and then going, oh, God, who am I annoying from home and away?
Yes, I know. I know. Now, you have just, I'm in awe of you. I just think you're so wonderful, and I love following you on Instagram, and you're so stylish and clever.
Oh, shucks.
This show on December 3rd, I would absolutely have been there, but I'm flying out of the country for the first time in years and years. I'm very excited about that.
Happy
but I'm
travels.
sad that, thank you, I'm sad that I will miss this. Can you tell us what you're doing in Bowie?
At the Beaumaris Bowls Club, yeah.
I love it.
I have an annual Christmas show with my best mate, Kit Warhurst, who I do all these shows in houses, and it's this great 1960s style bowling club. So we're having an old-fashioned Christmas show with a few song parodies, Christmas song parodies.
Oh, God, I'm
like
so sad
Last
to miss
Christmas.
it.
Everyone, a version of Last Christmas.
What's the crowd like at a bowls club? You get an
old,
older crowd?
yeah, like my normal crowds, They're a little older than they used to
Are
be.
you going to do themed catering?
Like last year I did. This time I haven't got round to it. But last year we had a Jats bar. And I had a guy from who writes for the Fairfax newspapers, who does all the good food guides, Callan Boys. And he came and brought all the stuff and had a snacks bar, and you could
Cubes,
get
cabana.
Yeah, all that stuff.
The little pickled onions.
Yeah, and he sold 1,000 trays of it.
Wow.
Yeah.
We're in the wrong business.
Yeah, and so people loved them. So little cabana on top of a little Jats cracker.
Oh, it's delicious. I'm more of a Savoy girl. I prefer the Savoy because they're a firmer biscuit.
See, you've done the research on this one because I'd be struggling to tell you what the difference are.
Well, the Jats are a crumblier, soft biscuit.
Yeah, I think I like the Savoy. But the Jats,
the Savoy has got more guts. They're a harder biscuit.
And then which one's is the one that's softer?
Jats.
Is there
and
one?
Ritz.
Ritz
is softer
Ritz
again.
is more like just you couldn't put anything, it falls apart.
No, you've got to hold it all together and shove it in.
Brownie, you're a Vita Wheat man, aren't you?
I love Vita Wheats.
When I was playing footy, yeah, but I like it sweeter.
I think the sesame wheat...
I'm not getting my skin folds done anymore.
The sesame wheat is the king of crackers, just saying.
Yes.
Can I ask about designing a legacy?
Yeah.
Because I always admired the way you've turned your obsession and made it accessible. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is this something you
Some
love?
would say passion, but obsession's okay.
No, it's, it was meant in a positive way.
Yeah, I know.
And so the idea that that even when you were doing all these other things like radio and attending the ARIAs and all that sort of stuff, this was your passion. This is what you wanted to do.
Yeah.
And the idea that you said, no, well, somehow you get to do that now is like remarkable.
Yeah, we fall into things all the time and we stay forever, like we fall into jobs and you talk to people all the time. You turn around and you go, I've spent 20 years doing the same thing. You hope you're going to live for a lot longer. So I think you need to have 3 or 4 different careers if you can, if you're lucky enough to. And you sort of go for it. I don't know. Like I'm a big believer in, taking your pleasure seriously. It's Charles Eames quotes the famous American designer. But so you give the things that you love the respect they deserve.
Yes.
So I would say to people, you meet people all the time, I used to ski, I used to play the piano, I used to play tennis, and then they stop, but they put everything into their jobs.
Sleep in a park.
You can be back there the way you're going, don't worry, mate.
If that's your pleasure, you take it seriously.
Rosso, as one of the biggest names in radio in this country, you know that we're coming, this show is coming to an end. We've
Great
got
innings.
Exactly a week to go. And as you said, when you walked in, wow, still all like each other.
Can I say that you are, because you can tell that when people aren't talking to each other, because they don't talk to each other. It's pretty simple, and then the mics go on and everyone's talking.
I can't imagine a harder situation than being in a breakfast radio show that doesn't like each other.
Yeah, but you do live. I was talking to someone about this last night. But you do live like 1 year, 10 years in some ways because it's a pressure cooker situation.
What, from your experience, can we look forward to in life when breakfast radio is no longer in it?
It's a good question. You won't miss it.
Really?
No, you won't miss a moment of it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so weird
Love
to
that.
hear.
Yeah. But I think my experience of it was that I felt like I met everyone but met no one.
Okay.
So people would come in like this.
Yes.
And you speak to them for 30 seconds or whatever, in 3 minutes, and then you share the conversation with 3 other people, and then you walk out the door, and then you'll see them somewhere else.
Yeah, Swanee's been wondering why Sarah Jessica Parker won't respond to her emails.
Yeah, it feels as though it's like the institutions seem to be connecting the whole thing. There seems to be some agenda. No, that's a good point.
But then in other ways you meet people, then you meet them in a more normal situation, or you get to speak to them in a more long form.
That's
and so you meet more people then, even though you say, I've met everyone, but I've met no one.
Is your ability to connect and communicate atrophied, do you think, by time in radio? Like, did you have to sort of learn?
Yeah, well, you'll know that if you hang out with people who are in breakfast radio, they interrupt all the time.
Really?
So if you have a conversation with someone so Fitzy and Whip are a classic example of it, right? It's particularly Fitzy. Life is a mic break to him. He's been in the trenches for so long.
Yes. Life is a mic break.
But you start having a conversation, you can't stop but they jump in. Radio people jump in because that's what you do professionally.
Mate, you're spot on. Last time Fitzy came to one of the shows and I was backstage, I was talking to him and he just looked at me and says, okay, here's Dido's new one. He doesn't.
He's doing time calls.
He's just doing time calls and what's the weather going to be.
Rosso, we love that you've loved coming to see us over the years.
It's a great show. I've always enjoyed it.
Thank you
and
very
it's
much.
always been fun.
a lot from you.
It's always funny. It's always been natural.
Thanks,
and
mate.
You're very generous.
You're the best.
December 3 is where at the Beaumaris Bowls Club. Go to modernistabooks.com and go and enjoy some Christmas spirit.
And watch Designing a Legacy on ABC TV and ABC iView. It's brilliant.
Thank you very much.
Want to see what happens in the studio? Check it out on Facebook. Follow Chrissie, Sam and Brownie.
This is a cautionary tale. and a community service announcement for women of a certain age. I was on a telehealth appointment the other day with my doctor, and I just had to get a few bits and bobs done. So I actually love telehealth. Does anyone love telehealth?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, so a phone call. During COVID, you couldn't go to the doctor, so telehealth was started where you just have a chat. And most of the time...
Tell me your problems. It's like a doctor's appointment.
Yeah, it's like a doctor's appointment, but it's, it's for things that you don't need them to physically look at and take your temperature and stuff. You can just say, I need a repeat prescription of this. I'm having an issue with this. And then you don't have to leave
those
the
warts
house.
you got to go in for, Deano.
Yes.
Yeah, if you've got to show something, you've got to go in person.
Yeah.
Get them burnt off.
Mate.
Just your lifetime supply of Zithromax, you can do that on telehealth.
A trusted brand.
Exactly. A trusted brand, the best in the biz.
Oh, yeah.
So effective you could skip a day. Anyway, so I was on a telehealth appointment. Did you really not know what a telehealth appointment was?
No.
Wow. That's interesting.
Is
itself.
it? Did you know what it was, Brownie?
I did because I've done one.
That's literally everyone's done one, I reckon.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Mm.
Oh, Sam, what's wrong with you?
Well, nothing. Obviously, hasn't been
the opposite, John.
It's great with kids as
Goodbye,
well.
yeah.
It's great with kids, or it's just great.
No,
Anyway,
I'll be right.
I quite like it adding, being added in. So I'm on the phone to my doctor, and it was a fairly standard thing. But I'd been away with the girls on the weekend, and we've been talking about periods. And
good combo.
well, it's important to talk about. I know that it makes people uncomfortable, but get over it. Anyway, so we were talking about periods, and my friend said, I got this great medication from my doctor, which, made my period quite easy. So I'd written that down, and I thought while I was on the phone going through my checklist of bits and bobs, I said to the doctor, I want to try this thing for my period. And she's like, yep, okay, sure. Anyway, she goes to me, I've just got to ask, though, what are you doing for contraception? And I said, well, the ultimate, I don't have sex.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, okay, well, that's going to work. But don't be like the 50-year-old woman I had in here last week who was convinced that she had ovarian cancer or something because she'd found a mass in her belly. 50. Yeah. They did a test. She had a look. 7 months pregnant.
That's exciting.
50. And I was so taken aback with this conversation with the doctor.
Yeah.
I just went, oh, my God, I could think of nothing worse. Can you imagine?
Did you go straight to school drop-off at the age of 68 years old?
I did. I thought still tugging on 70, going to a valedictorian dinner. Can you, anyway, so there's a cautionary tale, ladies. There's a lot of stuff in the media about how hard it is to get pregnant. No one can get pregnant anymore. And, your eggs are old and ruined by the time you're 35 or something. A woman in the center of the universe was 50 2 weeks ago, and she's having a baby.
The Christmas party night.
Contraception.
Stay away from the older women.
Okay. They're very wise words. Contraceptive, it's very important, you know what I mean? I'm wearing a condom right now.
Chrissie, Sam, and Brownie.
The podcast.
Good morning, Melbourne. Welcome to your 8 o'clock. Samuel, Brownie, Deano. God, I'm already forgetting everyone's name. My God.
Switching off.
I'm still shook from the doctor telling me that a 50-year-old woman in the centre of the universe turned up pregnant.
So this lady had to have the baby?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. At 7 months, what can you do? Not that we're advocating other bits and bobs, but I'm just saying, my goodness.
Straws and tomato sauce will still be good on the sandwiches. In 1940, when she
2050?
still...
Dressing tomato sauce has not been used as a lunch for kids for 25 years.
13, 24, 10. In your lunchbox now that you've just packed for your kids, is there a Strazen sauce sandwich?
Yeah.
13, 24, 10.
No chance. No chance, mate.
Strazen sauce is the ultimate sandwich, soft white bread. My kids won't eat it, of course, because I've created three monsters, 3 gourmet monsters. But I would have killed for that growing up.
That's not food.
That was my mum's go-to. Nana Mary just rolled out the Strazen tomato sauce. I loved it.
Bit of margarine too, probably Flora,
Copious amount.
soft white home pride bread. We've got a full board.
If Mary had made it, I would have eaten it, all right? But I'm just saying. A full board.
Cassie from Australia. She's from
Australia.
Hey, amazing. We've got an Australian caller, guys.
Is that cocaine Cassie?
Yeah.
Cassie,
Hello.
talk to us about Strazen and sauce.
How I do Strazen sauce on a regular basis at my house.
Yes.
Apologise.
Still,
Superior.
sometimes it's Straz cheese and sauce, and it tastes like a hot dog.
You're
And
doing all right.
sometimes it's just Strazen sauce.
Yeah.
Who's
Strazen
this
sauce.
for, Cassie?
My daughter Piper, who's driving at the moment on her L plate. So if I randomly say, Piper, do this, that's okay.
Okay.
Piper's actually almost an adult, and she's still eating that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Be better, Piper. Be better.
And she likes Strazen sauce.
Cassie, Sam is clearly Straz shaming you.
Has Sam had Strazen sauce?
Yeah, I think I made it for him.
Not since I had a choice in the matter.
Ashley
Yeah,
from
man.
Croydon Hill. Ashley, Strazen sauce, Y/N.
Oh, it's the best dish you'll ever have. Have it for my lunch today and in the morning for breakfast on toast.
That's right,
Jam
on
it.
toast.
Thank you.
Mwah.
Thank you.
And let's finish with Ari from Mulgrave. Ari. Oh, hi, Ari.
Hey.
Great to hear from you before we finish.
How are you guys?
You're a sweet
Oh,
kid.
good, Ari.
Yeah,
Oh, good,
we're
Ari.
really good.
What's on
All
that
better.
sandwich today, Ari?
Yeah, talk to us.
Excuse me? What was it?
What's on that sandwich today?
Well, I got some, I have to have some, obviously cheese, ham. But since I'm an absolute weirdo, I put some tomato sauce on there.
Yeah, you are a weirdo, you little punk.
Don't listen to him, Ari.
I'm just saying.
Sam apologised
It's
to
not
me now.
food.
On air.
Eat proper food, Ari.
So sorry to your friend.
I'm not saying sorry.
Proper apology.
Apologise for Strazen sauce.
I
being
will
a
not.
deni-
I'll bash you
Strazen-
before this song is ended. If you don't.
Sam's a Strazen sauce denier.
Sorry, John.
Hey!
Chrissie, Sam and Brownie.
I want some tropical stuff.
Jeez, not many tropical stuffs left, by the way.
No.
But Friday night, just like that, it's November 25. This all started because management here wanted me to give a sense of the day, and
It's sweet to give you any direction at
I'd
all.
say, listen, I took it. I thought I acknowledged it. I can actually say when I'm wrong, like you, John. But
Got him.
Bang, stay down. Anne has.
I'm not sure you got me.
So it's
Jury's out.
good. It's just some topical news. This is the news of the day.
I really enjoyed it, actually.
Daniel Andrews and his family cast their votes early ahead of tomorrow's election.
Out of Mulgrave, did they?
Is that tradition?
No,
I
in the city.
thought I thought part of the ceremony of a day of democracy is the leader and the opposition or the combatants, casting their vote. They get the photo opportunity and, hovering above the ballot box and all that sort of stuff. He's just gone early. It's angered your boy Jeff Kennett too. He's not happy. Oh, yeah.
Daniel Andrews can't do anything right.
Not
according to
for
Jeff
Jeffrey.
Kennett. I find it a bit weird and confronting. I did my vote yesterday, and the Liberal person was there at the venue. It's
Yes.
weird that I don't know that they try and engage with you. I don't know what to say.
Conversation with them.
No,
What are you doing for us? What are you doing for us, John? What are your plans in the next 4 years?
Someone said, "Have you met John?" No, I went, no, but I've seen a lot of his posters. Do you find
That's enough.
Well, were they always there? I don't remember the candidates
I think it's always
being.
No, I don't think the candidate was there, but there was, obviously there was the people handing out the how to vote cards.
Yeah, but the
Even-
actual candidate is there.
See, there's nothing more certain, by the way. If you stay there long enough, you'll see arguments between those different ballot handing out representatives.
Yeah.
It's like, what a day of just tension and conflict all day.
Yeah. And they're
That's free
volunteers.
sausage, huh?
Well, that makes it all worth
I
it.
think you've got
doesn't
to pay for the sausages.
Oh, dear.
it? Anyway, he's done that.
I'm not voting.
What about
Cop
this
the
one?
$50 fine. There's some principle alone.
Former ABC 7:30 host Lee Sales.
Yes.
You'll love Lee Sales. He will return to television in 2023 as the presenter of
It's a knockout.
Australian Story.
Hey.
She only become the second permanent host of that show.
This is a brilliant thing. She'll be so good at that.
Of course, it's the second permanent presenter. Of course, we all remember the first presenter, don't we?
Yes.
Ding dong.
No, she was beautiful. Oh, my God.
Nah,
I can't
too late.
remember her name. Caroline
Jones. Well done, Swanee. She retired in 2016, and then since then the show has not been introduced by a host. I will admit I haven't seen much of that show.
Oh, I series link it. It's one of mine.
See, it's on Monday nights, same time as Have You Been Paying Attention?
Oh.
That's why I series link them
Oh, yeah,
both.
really?
I do. I series link them. Oh, you know I'm a
Have you got any?
Sam.
I know you are. Have you got any intel on the what's going on at the project? That's your network. What do you got?
No.
So it's Waleed and Sarah Harris.
Sarah Harris
Well,
is
who
doing
else?
Sunday to Thursday.
Prunes.
And Georgie Tunney's doing Friday. That's it. End of story.
Margot Robbie's
But I
in the
don't
news.
know about that. There was actually. I do have some secret information.
I was going to say you do know when you're not telling us.
No, I don't know. I don't know. You know, I don't know anything.
What's your intel?
But I do have there was a little audition evening the other night for Peter Hellier's role.
Andy Marr in.
Big.
Yeah, that's big.
Well, he used to be at Channel 10 before the game. It was a hit show.
But Margot Robbie has revealed. See, I haven't seen The Wolf of Wall Street.
It's great.
Is it?
It's great.
Especially
Look quite manic to me. Looks
one of
overly not a.
Especially.
So there's a famous scene in that movie where she seduces her husband in their daughter's bedroom, and while Margot didn't appear nervous on screen, she explained in reality she was very, very nervous.
Of course she would have been.
And she revealed, John, how she got ready for that scene. Tequila. She had a couple of tequila shots before filming a particular scene in The Wolf of Wall
couple of
Street.
slammers.
I'm not going to lie. I had a couple of shots of tequila before that scene because I was very, very, very nervous.
She did a great job. It's a
good
great
scene,
film.
wasn't it?
Bureau of Meteorology, this is for you, Swanee, has issued a summer warning for Australia's east coast. That's us, isn't it?
Thank you. Yes, it is.
Long
us.
range forecast for summer yesterday said that it's not looking good.
Oh no!
It's likely to be wetter, apparently.
Make up your mind. A couple of weeks ago, they said that we were going to have a beautiful dry summer.
Jackie wants me to read this out. There's
La Nina. Is La Nina just hanging around, is it, Sam?
La Niña.
La Niña.
Nina's
Niña.
working at Kittens tonight. She got the late shift. Colombian judge suspended for showing up. Colombian judge suspended for showing up half naked to a Zoom court hearing. Come on, where's the line anymore?
That is ridiculous.
She's notorious for sharing racy photos of herself on social media, and she was handed a 3-month suspension this week for appearing half naked and smoking in bed during a virtual court hearing.
May I please see the
Of
documents?
course you can. There you go, Dan.
That is.
Now it's disappeared.
You'd be confident of getting off if you turned up and
That is
it
an-
was presiding.
Absolutely.
Getting off, all right.
That is an unbelievable coincidence because that's exactly how I'm going to appear in our last outside broadcast at the corner.
That's exciting.
Just laying in bed half naked smoking.
John, she looks like La Nina. She's gorgeous. Look at her.
Give us a look.
There you
Oh,
go.
God, all right. Indian police. What about this one? They have claimed that 600 kilograms of...
Goodness gracious.
Give me here, look.
All right, now.
Give me a tequila that Margot had. She's magnificent.
What is she doing?
It makes you want to break the law. Makes you want to, so you got
What
to pay.
isn't
You got to
she
pay a
doing?
fine. No, I'm contesting it. Let's go to court.
I'm representing myself.
An Indian police say rats ate 600 kilograms of cannabis from the station storeroom.
Yes.
So they've claimed the Indian police have claimed that rats ate the cannabis. So a court demanded that the confiscated drugs be produced as evidence during a trial, and the Indian police said, "Oh, we can't find it. 600 kilograms of it was eaten by rats."
600.
Sure, mate. 600. Sure, mate. Hey, the last thing I want to mention. I know we're running a bit late. There's no spoiler alert, just in case you did, but the Brazil played Serbia this morning. Mm-hmm. So if you don't want to know the score, turn your radio down.
Now.
Serbia 0, Brazil 2.
One of the goals is unbelievable.
But this is something I've been wanting to play, Sonny, because earlier in the week, Saudi Arabia 2 defeated Argentina 1 in a big upset, right?
The Kingdom of Saudi Arabia.
Sorry, John, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. And the goals were, so like I said, they were 1-0 down and they came back and beat Argentina, a football powerhouse. And the commentary for the Saudi goals. Let's hear goal number 1, Deano.
Yes.
That made it 1-1, right? in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia went ahead 2-1 against Argentina and Lionel Messi. And it went like this.
ما زالت قائمة سعودية مستمرة تصويب اصنعوا التاريخ اصنعوا التاريخ اصنعوا التاريخ هنا من استاد حسين نعم أنتم تصنعون التاريخ يا لها من لحظة فارقة.
Did they win the game?
They won the game 2-1. The king of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia ordered a national public holiday the next day. That's how big that win is. That's how big that win is.
Gosh, I've really got no idea.
World Cup continues.
Do you want to see what this looks like? Well, get the visuals on Instagram. Follow Chrissie, Sam and Brownie.
One man, many questions.
If you step on an escalator, are you falling up or down?
As we get older, why do they say like our palate changes? How long do you have to wait for your wife's forgiveness?
It never comes.
Have all the answers. Right on me face. Ask Brownie.
Jeez, mate.
We should have finished that segment on that. It was the absolute best question and answer.
The speed and intensity with which you said, it never comes.
And the upward inflection, it never comes. Jamie from Greenvale, what is your question for Jonathan? Are you there, Jamie? Jamie.
Caleb, we'll go to you first. Caleb, good morning.
Hello.
Hi.
Just on Jamie, is it Jamie's got a gun or Janie's got a gun?
Janie with an N for Nelly.
I wish I had one right now.
Is that right? Come on, Sam. Just
Caleb, what is your question?
Oh, well, I just want to say first, second, last show, guys. How are we feeling?
Oh, good on you, Caleb.
Good.
I think we're all right. Yeah. How are you feeling?
I'm very sad. I don't have anyone to listen to in the morning. I don't have anyone to excuse you guys.
Oh, what a bugger. I'm sorry, Caleb.
That's all right.
How long
Jeez, you got over it pretty quick, mate.
How long have you been listening for, Caleb?
Probably about 3-4 years.
Yeah, well, you missed the first 3 years. They were the best ones. Caleb, who's your favourite? Who's your favourite on the show?
Sam.
What the hell was that?
He doesn't want to say Sam.
Yeah, good answer, mate.
What do you like?
He wanted 6 bottles of wine.
Caleb,
not
what
Sam.
do you like
Definitely
about
not.
Sam? What do you like about Sam?
Oh, good on you.
Oh, well, I like this. Have you been paying attention? That's pretty funny.
Yeah, that's not
but
this
part
show.
of the radio.
Yeah, exactly. That's not got nothing to do with this show, Caleb.
Well, he's very, what's the
Handsome,
word?
yeah.
Anticlimactic.
Oh, very anticlimactic.
Everybody says that about you, Sam.
Wow.
You are a total anticlimax.
He just doesn't
An
care.
anticlimax.
Speaking of a lot of my ex-girlfriends, that's good.
We've been warned. We've got to hurry up. Let's go.
All right.
I did try.
Quick, Caleb.
Brownie, how much more weight can the Earth take before it tips on its axis?
It's a good question. Do you want specific kilograms, Caleb?
I just want anything. I've been wondering it for a little while.
Yeah.
Well, if the Earth drinks as much as I do tonight, it'll tip over tonight, Jamie. No, Caleb.
Jesus.
Caleb.
That 100% feels correct. No further questions, please.
Well done, Caleb. Happy
pass.
listener.
Family pass to the Melbourne Zoo for you, Caleb. Now, Jamie, look, we've got to be quick, brother. What's your question?
How you going, guys? Thanks for the show over the years. My question, watching the Soccer World Cup, can I get Brownie to explain the offside rule? Because my wife's the funniest trying to explain it, so I want to hear Brownie's take on it.
Nice.
The offside rule is when the kicker kicks the ball.
Oh, God.
When he kicks the ball,
obviously,
the person that he kicks the ball to cannot be in front of
Chrissie, Sam and Brownie.
This is the Chrissie, Sam and Brownie podcast.
Here comes a man who's incredibly funny. Got a great laugh and we're so lucky to have him here on Chrissie, Sam and Brownie. A regular with worldwide exposure, Netflix fame. Not much more to explain. So here's Nazeem. It's Nazeem Hussain.
Hey.
Welcome, friend.
Thank you. Do I get to keep that like once you guys leave?
Yes.
Okay, cool, thanks.
It's yours.
Wrap it up.
It's your, listen.
Give it to me on a USB stick.
Done.
Thanks. Or just Dropbox
Now
it.
we'll burn it onto a CD-ROM.
Yes, please.
Listen, for the first time ever, I'd actually like to get to the actual interview.
Yeah?
all right?
Okay, all right.
Because there's some big points here.
Wednesday
night, you're in Sydney, hosting the GQ Awards.
Men of the Year.
Men of the Year Awards.
Yeah, well,
Mate.
Men of the Year Awards. And that your Men of the Year Awards and, all right,
In association with Boss.
mate,
you have to say that. Well, actually, no, I don't need to. I think my obligations
Did you get a
are
free
done.
Boss suit?
Yeah, what did you get?
I got a free Boss suit, and when
do they work?
It's big.
when I went for the fitting, man, I was looking at the price tag every time the guy went to check for sizes, and like all up, I think it was about $2,100 for all the stuff.
Wow.
Mate, you look
Pocket square.
handsome.
I went to choose the first suit. He goes, "Oh, these are the ones," and I was like, "Can I have that one?" It was a bit shinier, had a bit of a top hat, and he goes, "Oh, that's taken." I was like, "By who?" He goes, "Anthony Albanese," and I was like, "Well, I'm the host of the night," and he's like, "Well, he's the Prime Minister." I was like, "Yeah, but not of the night."
That's right.
I'm the host.
Yeah, you're the Prime Minister of the
You know,
night.
I outrank him.
Yes.
Anyway, they didn't give me his suit, but I got a very nice suit. Thank you, boss.
What, are you the
keep-
same size as Anthony
No,
Albanese?
just because every person that was dressed by boss had to. They were like, basically, we were walking billboards for the brand.
Yeah, right.
So we can't all be wearing the same bloody.
Did you do it? Did you get to keep it?
I kept it. Well, I haven't asked for it back. I also left the hangers and the bag in Sydney, so I had to fold it in my suitcase.
Wow.
So
he was really committed.
I don't know if they want it back.
You're committed to
in that state.
stealing that suit. So how did the night go? Because you're the host. Who's
that
in
was
the
good.
crowd? What
Oh my
happened?
God, Russell Crowe was in the crowd. Anthony Albanese was in the crowd. Dylan Alcott. A lot of people holding their phones, filming themselves were in the crowd. Influencers galore.
Yeah.
Murray Bartlett was in the crowd. Actually,
From White Lotus.
From White Lotus.
That guy.
Actually, so
Well done, Sam.
He won a Golden Globe.
He won a gold, and now he's won GQ's Man of the Year award.
Who was he up against?
I don't think they get. There's nominations. There's no and the nominees are. It's just they just give the award, and they already get told.
Win?
Yeah, he won. He's great. Actually, so I was preparing my monologue, my little opening thing, and I was like, they sort of encouraged me to make jokes about the famous people in the room. So I've written some jokes.
Did you say it ain't easy with Albanese?
I didn't say that.
He said he wanted jokes. They want jokes.
They want jokes. I don't know if you've seen Murray Bartlett in White Lotus, but
Yes.
he famously ate anus on the show, and then did a poo in a suitcase, and then got stabbed to death. It was a great role. Anyway, so I was good morning, Melbourne. But anyway,
Get me out of here.
so I did exactly. So I had an "I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here" joke about doing the same thing, and how I was jealous for not getting nominated for an Emmy or anything. But he eats haters, and anyway, and I was like, so he was in the. So I had that joke sorted. I had some Albanese gear.
How did it go?
Yeah, it went pretty well. I think the kids in the crowd they weren't sure whether to laugh or
taking photos,
whether they're going to get in trouble. Yeah. But then I was like a bit stuck on the Russell Crowe gear. So guess who I turned to? I turned to Sam Pang, and I texted him for some help with the jokes.
Oh yeah, and
What are you doing? Are you gonna?
Hey, because you know what, Sam? I think you might have saved me on the night.
This is great.
Did you do this?
I did your line. Yes. So shall I read it out?
Oh my
Yes.
God! How have you not told me that you did it?
So
Were you saving it
Well,
for
I did the gig because, and the other thing is, Russell Crowe wasn't in the room at the time, so I felt more confident doing the joke. But I said, Russell Crowe's here tonight, so I wasn't lying because he was there tonight, just not there. But everybody was like, oh my God, he's in the room. So I felt, anyway, people thought I was braver than I was. So here's a new movie out that he stars in alongside Liam Hemsworth. It's called Poker Face, and I wouldn't dare make a joke about him, especially as we're in a hotel and I'm within phone throwing distance from the big man. And I said to Sam, will anyone get this? Sam said, funny, yes, they will.
Yes, it's funny. Everyone knows that.
Absolutely.
And then
he got arrested for that.
Sam, well done.
No, that was Naz's joke.
Yeah, that was my joke, right? Some people kind of got it. Anthony Albanese, he laughed his head off.
What did Russell do when you said that?
Russell wasn't in the room at the time. But anyway, then Sam texts me like a bit of a tag, like a bit of a save. But he goes, that reference is so old, it's just been given its own show on the ABC. So when it didn't really work, well, it kind of worked, but I did Sam's line, got a bigger laugh.
Yeah!
So thank you, Sam Pang. Anyway, Russell Crowe came afterwards, and he said, "I heard you said a joke about me." I was like, "Oh yeah, I'll tell you the joke afterwards." And then I ended up hanging out with him for half an hour, one-on-one with him, and I was too chicken to tell him the joke.
Did he keep on asking and then you just have to go and get an arancini?
We just kept talking about, I was laughing at all his jokes.
Was he nice?
He was really, really nice. People kept coming up to him, sort of asking for selfies, and he was probably a bit annoyed with that. And so I didn't want to be that guy, even though I really wanted a selfie.
Yeah.
But I think he was talking to me because I wasn't asking for one.
Mate, you're soft. You didn't tell him the joke and you didn't ask him for a selfie.
No, I also pretended I watched, I did watch the Saudi Arabia-Argentina game, so we talked about that for a good 4 to 5 minutes. Then we got on to Australia-France. And I hadn't watched the game, but I pretended that I did. And I was in too deep. We were talking about it. I watched about a minute, but I'd read an article on The Age, like maybe the first paragraph before the paywall, and it said something like...
That's often all you need.
Australia should have played that 30 minutes for the 90 minutes. You know, apparently we played...
Yeah.
So I ran that line in the conversation over and over. And like he was convinced that I watched the game, and I think we bonded or something. He hasn't followed me back on any of the socials, but you know,
he
Brownie,
will eventually.
This has got the Dane Swan relationship written all over it, don't you think?
Does too.
It'll be one way.
But I've upgraded
I
Dane
asked
Swan.
Absolutely,
I asked Dane Swan about you the other day.
Yeah.
He didn't know you.
I was on his podcast last week. You dog. You don't even have his number, do you?
Mate, we saw him did a gig for his old man Billy at the Port Melbourne Old Boys, so he did say it a second. Hey, the face of Australian avocados.
I'm out of contract. I'm up for any other fruit. All right, don't.
You're a free agent.
I'm a free agent. Bananas, give me a call. Mangoes. Mangoes. I actually got. I swear I got a DM from Mangoes Australia or something saying, "Would you like a 12-pack of mangoes to promote mangoes?" Honestly, like if you offer me free stuff, like I am so tempted.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, I haven't said yes. I've read it. But I don't know.
No, you got options.
I got to call
you got options. There's a lot of fruit.
Remember all those years ago when Chris Judd said he's leaving the West Coast Eagles and all the big clubs here in Melbourne.
Yeah, tried to court him.
They caught him and they paraded him around their facility in front of the camera. Remember that was Nazeem's going, he's at the mango factory today.
Grapefruit, give me a call. They're probably not having a good time.
No, grapefruit are very hard to sell.
Hard to sell. I mean, I don't know what the angle would be. You know, your blood's thick.
Jesus, mate. Don't audition. Let them come to you, okay? All right, they want you.
You pitch to me your ideas, fruit.
Naz, over the years, we've much loved your company. Every time you come in, you give us a lift, and it's been amazing. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thanks so much for having me, guys. And look, I can't wait for you guys to come on my show. Ben, Liam, Nazeem, and Belinda.
That's good.
Belinda, what's the other?
No, management are calling.
Bell.
Yeah, there you go.
Hussain in the Membrane is on YouTube. Go check it out. It's so good.
And while you're there, check out Childish Deano on Instagram. That is awesome.
Thanks, man.
Man, you're offering roles to Hamish Blake. Can I have one?
You're in.
All right, thank you.
Hey, Naz, see you soon.
Does it pay? Do you pay?
No, we'll talk about it later.
Ever wondered what happens in the studio? Check out Chrissie, Sam and Brownie on Instagram.
Hey, it's the end of the show. What does it mean?
End of the show. Look back. What it was, what it is, what we did, what we didn't. 7 years of getting out of bed with the alarm ringing at your head. Now let's get ready for the future. Goodbye. Let's go through the show. 7 years of Brownie, 7 years of Chrissie, 7 years of Pang. That salt-free cheat time celebrate. Let's say goodbye.
Let's take a look back on the shit we did together with the cheat sheet of the year.
Hey, Mount, what year are we looking at?
Let's look back on 2017. Hello, welcome back to I Take You Through a Year of the Show Each Day. 2017, the second year this show was on air. And on the 23rd of January, we all returned from a summer holiday. We were all very excited to be back because we got to see each other, and also we couldn't believe we were still employed after the year before. Anyway, luck would have it, we were back for year 2. This was the first break of the year.
Oh, I've got goosebumps. Here we are again, guys.
We're back. All right, we get it. Anyway, that Monday, Chrissie told us a story about one of her dating tactics.
You know, there was a time in the 90s where I had a crush on a waiter, and he didn't drive, and I knew what time he knocked off, and then I would just be driving past at the time of closing, and then I would drive him home. It's sort of sad, but is that...
No, not sort of. February 1st, 2017, Sam gave us the sad news that the creator of Pac-Man had passed away.
Masaya Nakamura, the father of Pac-Man, passed away on Monday. The funeral reports are coming out. The coffin, they were walking in out of the church. This beautiful music was playing in the church. Just as he was going down the church, down the aisle, people standing at attention. You're going now.
Were they holding the game over, Simon?
Game over.
It's been a year with the team together. Well, now it's been 7 years, but at the time it was a year. You totally get what I'm saying? Anyway, they were reflecting on how they feel about Brownie.
The time we spent together with this man, you've often described him as a gift.
This magnificent man. He's changed my opinion about men.
Yeah, but a surprise.
A surprise.
Because you and I came in with preconceived ideas, but the big fella, we didn't really have any idea.
All your preconceived ideas.
Well, fair question.
Well, put it this way, mate. I wasn't calling Mensa. That's what
In March, Chrissie decided to have the best comparison between the two boys.
You two are like a human representation of a schooner in a pot.
Yes! Yes!
Are they?
Yes! In the 7 years, we've had some big names on the show, just like in 2017 when Deano got to interview Nicole Kidman.
I'm thinking I'm going to go highbrow. She's so intelligent, isn't she?
Yeah, she is. She's brilliant.
And she's getting asked this crap. So here is my interview.
Oh, my God.
With Nicole.
So excited.
Kidman. Nicole, may I have one question, Nicole? Just one simple question. Sometimes I'm afraid to be myself. Do you think that'll go away with age, or as humans are we eternally vulnerable?
I have no idea.
Rada?
From one Hollywood celebrity to the next, Deano almost started a fight between Tom Cruise and Russell Crowe.
Hey, Tom said he could take you in an actual fight. Your response, please.
Oh, is that what he said?
Yeah.
All right, I better jump on him later on when he's not looking.
Now, I didn't expect to be called out on that lie. So Tom Cruise walks up.
No!
Russell Crowe's still within a metre of me.
No!
So what you're about to hear is off mic. Because Tom Cruise didn't say that. I hadn't even spoke to him yet. Listen to this.
Serious? Hey, how you doing? He just said to me that you gave him an answer that you could take me in a real fight. So later on...
Where did I say that? I'm just trying to start a fight.
Bullshit out of it. That's what I'm trying to say.
I said you'll never see. You'll never see because we'll never fight.
Discuss it with him now.
We're friends.
Cheeky bugger.
Cheeky bugger!
July of 2017, Sam was still doing Sam's Diary. But that week's diary, he was thinking about Matt Preston being a guest on the show.
Culinary expert and king of the world, Matt Preston, was in to give us all the latest in all things food, and in particular, he looked into his crystal ball to give us the heads up on what's the next big thing in the world of gastronomy.
The next big thing is bread and butter.
Oh, thanks for that, you annoying windbag. Never come back here.
Over the 7 years we've been here on Nova, we've always been company people and tried to deliver the best messaging possible.
Nova 100, because we are the home of the...
Non-stop fresh hits. Correct.
Yeah. Sound like a work experience for us.
He often does, and that's why I love him.
Non-stop fresh hits.
Sorry. Was that your impression, mate?
I did my best.
That's all right. Get on with it.
Come get my things, but I can't let go. I'm waiting for it, that green light, I want it.
2017 was the first year we kicked off May I Offer You a Tidbit? And we had some great ones.
Hi guys, may I offer you a tidbit?
Oh, yeah.
Lovely.
Did you know that llamas travel in pairs and that when they're by themselves they get depressed and anxious and most of the time they end up dying?
I feel them.
That makes sense, though.
Oh.
Here we go.
How does it make sense, Brownie?
Because I've never seen a llama on its own.
We also had some shockers.
Did you know that when you're shopping at the supermarket, the freshest stuff is stocked to the back?
Oh, my God. You've just broken radio. That is unbelievable.
It was a risk.
You rolled the dice. Do you know when you're driving and you see a red light That means you have to stop.
Oh, yeah?
Look, 2017 was a while ago, and so I can't give you context for why Brownie sung Kermit the Frog, but he did.
Someday we'll find it. The rainbow connection. They're lovers, the dreamers, and me.
The year 2017 brought us another edition of Dino's Hanging With, and this one was big.
This time it's billionaire playboy Richard Branson.
What?
We're just shooting the breeze.
Hey, Sir Richard Branson, do you have a karaoke song?
Has to be Like a Virgin, doesn't it?
It does.
It does.
That's my nickname in college.
Like a Virgin.
Just Virgin.
Oh dear. And to wrap up this montage of 2017 in a bow, we surprise Brownie with one of his favourite artists performing one of his favourite songs. Live in studio, this was Colin Hay with Overkill.
Oh, yeah.
I can't get to sleep. I think about the implications of diving in too deep, and possibly the complications, especially at night. I worry over situations that I know it'd be alright. It's just overkill. Day after day, it reappears. Night after night, my heartbeat shows the fear. Ghosts appear and fade away. Ghosts appear and fade away. Ghosts appear and fade away.
Wow, you nailed it again, guys. You have nailed it again.
Well, that's it for 2017. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. 2018 will be up next on Monday. Bye!
Chrissie, Sam and Brownie, Ripper Show will be back tomorrow. Chrissie, Sam and Brownie, unless it's a weekend.
Over 100.